believe Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
We've seen why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl, yeah.
Now, baby, come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
All right, we are live, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast, and we have some exciting things today, have a lot to get through, have a lot to talk about. But before we do that, I want to ask the guys how they are doing today, check on their mental health. We're in that type of season. So, Rad, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, man. I'm happy to be alive, happy to be breathing. I think I'm gonna just roll with that. Happy to be breathing air. I'm doing great, man. Great day to be a Bills fan. Let's get it.
Well, we'll see about that. And Matt, man, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Just, trying to get through these technical difficulties at the house, man. So apologies to me if I'm freezing up or to anybody out there if I'm freezing up or whatever out there. I gotta work on some things here at the house, get this connection right. This is crazy.
For sure, Matt working on it. We got the little
We
ones.
good.
Yeah, they have a mind of their own. Shout out to them.
Yeah,
but, for sure, Matt.
My son, I'm sure everybody out there with kids, I'm not taking any accountability, but my 1-year-old son hiding all the gadgets I need to make my connection right. I'm gonna blame him. Sorry, Roman.
He want to play. Clearly, I think that's what he's saying. He's saying I want to play, and Daddy got to do his podcast. But shout out to everybody out there. We appreciate y'all coming on right now. Let me say this now: OverdueBillsPod.com. OverdueBillsPod.com. That's our website. You can find all of our content there, all of our merch, all those wonderful things. You see the hoodie, t-shirt. We got a whole bunch of things coming out, in the near future. So please, ma'am, please, sir, hop on that site and go click that button. Go get you something, man. Hats. I was just on there about to buy me a hat. You know what I'm saying? We buy our own stuff. You know what I'm saying? We don't even dig in the purse. The only person that dig in the purse is Mills. Mills is not on the show, but shout out to Mills though. But let me say this. Shout out to Raw Mills. Shout out to Buffalo fan base, presented by 26 Shirts. We appreciate them. And with that being said, we need y'all to do us a favor and follow us on all of our platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We need you to follow the Overdue Bills Pod on all those platforms, but also follow Buffalo fan base. We're also on Twitter. We got a huge Twitter audience. I mean, it's amazing over there. Facebook, YouTube, all those amazing things. Follow us on those and like, share, rate, and review, subscribe. Do all those things. Like it, share it, rate, review, you know what I mean? Subscribe, you know what I mean? All those amazing things. We low-key streamers. So we need y'all help. We need y'all help. We need your help to boost the numbers up. We appreciate that. With that being said, let's get into the show. Y'all know how we start every show with a quick question of the day. And I got to ask the guys this question. Because last year and the last previous years, on all the shows, the pundits, the Good Morning Football, Good Morning America, all those amazing things, right? ESPNs, all those shows that they have. The Buffalo Bills have either been the darling that people wanted to talk about, or we've been the chalk pick. We're going to go Buffalo, or it's the sexy, Buffalo to win X, Y, and Z. I got Buffalo to do this, this, and this. But honestly, on all the platforms, the other podcasts, I have not heard Buffalo's name. And pretty much when I do hear it, it's a negative connotation to it. As far as we're going the other way and what we've lost, so on and so forth. So I want to ask the guys this quick question of the day, and everybody in the comments, you can answer this. Are we happy that nobody is talking about us? Are we happy that nobody is talking to us? Right.
This is interesting. I remixed it. Is it too quiet? Am I happy? I won't say happy. I guess I'm content with it, right? Because I understand when when the pundits and the morning shows are picking your team, it's because of good reasons. That means you got good players, you got a great quarterback, the coaching staff, the GM made some moves maybe in the offseason that made you the sexy quasi pick, or the performance you had last year.
Right.
They looking forward and saying, hey, they're due, and we've been due, right? We talk about 13 seconds. The 13 seconds, I mean, I don't want to be the person to say that was our year that we just didn't get it done. But if I want to take a preach or Mike D type of approach to it, that could have been our moment that passed us, right? The 13 seconds, we had Mahomes with them in the bag, and then we could have figured it out moving forward. But I think this is, out of the last 4 to 5 years, this is probably our worst team talent-wise on paper, right? We don't have Stephon Diggs. All our wide receivers are unproven. You know what I mean? I think Josh Allen is probably at his best, but all the pieces around him are unproven. I think James Cook is the only proven guy we have. So am I happy that nobody talking about us? I want to say happy, but this is on paper our worst, I would say, off the skill group we had in the Josh Allen era, or one of them, not the worst, because we had his first couple years were bad. I guess this is one of the worst in Brandon Beane's era. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean they're not good. It's just not up to snuff. We don't have Stephon Diggs. We don't have, even a Gabe Davis. He was good. We don't have, you know what I mean? So we'll see. So I'm not gonna say I'm happy, but I'm content.
Matt.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say the worst. I guess it's we have the least amount of, like, I guess, household names, I guess, this year. Like, even, we had the Stephon Diggs factor, the Cole Beasleys, the guys that a lot of people knew. We don't have that this year. John Brown, yeah, we don't have that this year. So I wouldn't say, like you said, it's not necessarily our worst unit, but it's a very unproven unit, right? I think that this unit is a lot better than people give credit for. Maybe that's the homer in me. But, you got some guys that are in some top projection list, fantasy wise, or even just in circles of just pure stats. You got like a Dalton Kincaid, who's in a lot of top 5 lists, for this coming season. You got a Khalil Shakir, who's on every sleeper list, a guy who's looking to perform, right? And then you got a Curtis Samuel, who's got a question mark around him this year. He's got all the potential. He's just never had the quarterback to kind of put it together, so he can be like our Swiss Army knife and have a guy like Josh Allen elevate his game. So I don't know if I'd say it's the worst, but we'll be all right. But as far as
it ain't the best.
The media attention, yeah, no, it's not the best. But as far as the media attention, I'm not too worried about it, because there's not a lot of expectation to live up to. I guess we can exceed any expectation that's out there. We're not in the top 7 of Super Bowl picks this year. Last year we were the favorite, or in every top 2 on every sports book. We're I think we're number 7 in odds right now. So that's still is a testament to kind of say, hey, this is potentially probably a Super Bowl team if they can put it together.
I'll say this, because I did ask a question.
I don't mind that it's that quiet.
Rad dubbed it, is it too quiet? My thing, are we happy about that? Right. And what I mean by that is, like, Matt is saying, it's kind of insane. Like, he just told me about Khalil Shakir being a sleeper in fantasy and Curtis Samuel being a question mark. I don't know. Like, we went from being a Super Bowl contender in the eyes of the public, right? Like that's how we were viewed.
But in your own words, Sam, you always say fade the public. You always say that.
I don't say that. That's just a good betting trend. But what I mean by that is, like, we were Super Bowl contenders in the eyes of the public. Josh Allen was a MVP candidate. I haven't heard nobody talks about that. I don't know if it's Buffalo Bills fatigue, or everybody views it as we're trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? And my question is it too quiet? The answer is yes. It is mad quiet. But, like, as Matt was kind of alluding to, do you think that bodes well for the aura of the Buffalo Bills, so to speak, right? Historically, blue collar, get it out the mud, right? that we got the limelight, and obviously we didn't do as good as we thought we should with it. We didn't go the distance, but now we're underdogs. So do y'all feel like is the underdog role better for us?
I mean, obviously that's Josh Allen's story, right? As a quarterback, I wasn't high on him when we drafted him.
Nobody was.
And it was like why is we drafting this guy, the unproven guy, the guy that nobody wanted in college. He had to go to the other college. Nobody heard about him until the draft process. And he popped onto the scene, right? When we traded for Stephon Diggs, it wasn't like, oh, this team is about to become. Even Stephon Diggs, when we traded for him, we gave up the first. People was questioning, like, was that too much? Like, we gave up a first for Stephon Diggs. He never had 1,000 yards, or he had like 1,000 yards year. He's the number 2. Thielen was clearly the number 1. And then they popped. They got a marriage and they popped, and we did some things. But yes, I agree. I think Buffalo is a blue collar city. I think us being a quote unquote underdog team, Josh Allen not having that pressure of having to live up to anything. I think other teams got that too. I think Mahomes had that when Tyreek Hill left. I think the Bengals, remember the Bengals hype? That's Joe Burrow been hurt a couple years, and they're kind of Jamar Chase holding out. So it's other teams that had that high end factor that people was picking is kind of came back to the pack. Now, obviously, Mahomes overseeded that, and he's Mahomes. Andy Reid. Let's hope we even can get something to that amount, but we'll see. I think coming from this position in the AFC, people don't even got us winning our division, so I think it's good for us.
We'll see. Zach is saying that it puts a chip on our shoulder, right? And that may be true. That may be true. Maybe we do need that fire that's under us. But for me, I'm more speaking in terms of like when that happens, people look at a lack of talent on a specific team, right? And that may be the case. I think it's something that we need to investigate, and we will investigate because we're getting ready to get to Matt 53-man roster in a second. But before we do that, we did have a preseason game against the Panthers here. We lost. We did score our first touchdown. And I just want to ask, are there any takeaways, right? I know we said it on the previous show. We don't necessarily take a lot from preseason, but are there some things that, we can sort of look at and glean from, looking at this last preseason game? Matt, do you have anything to say on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know if I could. I mean, I guess the takeaways are we did see some guys separate, I think, and they segued themselves into my 53, which I'll get into here shortly. That's about the only takeaway that I had. I mean, I didn't expect much from this game, and as I didn't expect much, they didn't really deliver much. So it was more so like a scrimmage to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't want to put it on the screen, but Bass is take the B out. So take the B out, yo. If you got a jersey, you might have to take that B out.
Right.
Bass, yo. I went to the game, right? I went to the game. Kids, they took the kids. You know what I mean? Just something to do. It's middle third quarter, late third quarter. They bring out Bass for a 40-something yard field goal. Nobody there. Half the crowd gone. Nobody there. It's a great day. 670 degrees, no wind, and he just shanks it right. It's like, yo, and nobody said nothing. The crowd didn't boo. It was just normal. He just walked to the sideline. I'm like,
we got to get rid of him.
What is going on right now? Like, right. If everybody, if your kicker he's having a bad camp. I'm gonna just say bad. He's not having a great camp. I'm just saying he's been having a bad camp on top of last year. The last time we seen him in the playoff game, he's having a bad camp, and he just missed a field goal from 50 yards out in a perfect day, and nobody's in the crowd. Like, what is he's not there? He's gone. He's lost his confidence. And if you got a kicker who's not confident, I know it's kind of sound corny. We got a kicker who's not confident. I mean, like if Mike is on, he don't care. He don't want us to kick field goals anyway. But we got a kicker that's not confident. We need to I hope Bean is having some tryouts because I'm at this point, I expect him to miss. I expect anything out 42, 43, 40 and up. I expect Bass to miss, and he probably do too. And that's sad for us. And it's come a long way from that. But Bass, he needs to figure it out. And usually kickers don't figure it out. they usually cooked. So we'll see. I don't know what we're gonna do, but it's not been good for Brandon Bass in the last couple this whole camp and that last preseason game. He was 1 for 2. Nobody was there. It was a perfect time to just go get one out. Pause, and it was bad.
See him go through like a
That's about
shooter,
the-
man. You want
that's
to
about
see
to
him
be.
go through, and he did not. But yeah, no, I can definitely piggyback on that. I know I spoke about it a couple weeks ago. Should we be worried? Obviously we heard about him missing some field goals in camp, but I did look at it, and maybe it's an over. He went 6 for 7, so I can't be too worried about it. I'm talking during game time, he wasn't making them, so I don't know if we have to read too much into it. I guess we'll find out that first field goal that comes up in 2 weeks against Arizona if we do kick a field goal.
For me, the bad situation is insane. I mean, like, kickers get released for less. Like, you know what I mean? And like, he's responsible for a lot of things, right? Like last year, I think he had one of the worst years I've ever seen in my life. It was terrible. No, I'm just saying, like he was just bad. Period. Like, he missed legit field goals in pressure, like, let alone the pressure situations. Like, he literally just fumbled that. But it's like during the course of the season, like, he was actually like missing field goals.
He was,
like, you know what I mean? Like, just regularly, like, it got to the point where we was just like, he's not gonna make it. Like, I knew
he was missing it.
Like,
in the playoffs,
we were literally in a playoff game where we were like, he's not going to make this, y'all. Like, he's not gonna make it. Everybody had this, like, we all felt that. That's insane. To feel that way about your kicker is nuts. To say, like, he's not gonna make it, and that's a problem. And then coming into this camp, he's missing, like, right, like, he's missing field goals. And then, like, in this last preseason game, it's just he doesn't have confidence in himself, and we don't have confidence in him.
He shot.
That's a problem. I think that's a problem. And I think that is a legitimate takeaway from the preseason. I know we like to say we cannot take away anything, but we can. Like, you practice how you play. He's clearly practicing that. And then it comes to the game, he's not making it. Like, that's a thing. That's a real thing, right? And it needs to be talked about. And really, it goes to my next question right before we get to the 53-man roster. I guess we can tie it all into one, right? Because the question really comes when we talk about 53-man, right? Do the Buffalo Bills have depth anymore? Like, right? Like, honestly, the last couple years, we would talk about our depth on our defensive line. You know what I mean? We got people to come in and do some things, right? We would, especially our defense. We talked about depth, but like, it just seems like year and year after, over and over again. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know if y'all want to tackle that question, or do y'all want to go to the 53-man roster and then tackle that question? How do y'all want to play that? I'll leave it up to y'all.
I can answer real quick. I think our depth is fine, right? I think I really trust Brandon Beane. I think his rookies typically hit. I think our wide receiver room. I think for me is our wide receiver room. Our O line. So we always can improve there, obviously. And our wide receiver room is question marks, but it is depth. It is people there, right? It is people that they're gonna play, right? It is people there. So yeah, I think our running back room is probably our best room. As far as offensive skill wise, our tight end room is good. Dawson Knox and Kincaid is fine. Quentin Morris is somebody that I think as a third tight end is a good third tight end. I think our depth is there. I think our back end, our secondary is good. Is depth there. Our D line, our linebacker clearly. And if we keep Anderson, whatever how you say his name, Andreessen, even him, but obviously with Milano, Andreessen, and so I think
Milano's not playing though.
I know, but he's there. But I'm just saying, I think overall depth wise, I don't think we're hurting drastically anywhere. Like, we don't have bodies. I think we got people there, and I think the depth.
We do have bodies. I agree with that statement. I just think they're good bodies. But let Matt. I don't want to step on your toes. I don't want to step on your toes. Matt has his 53-man roster prediction. It is in. He sent it in, and we have it. So, Matt, you want to start with the defense or the offense first?
I mean, we can start with the defense. It's not as exciting. Obviously, I think as in years past, there were some positions I think that were obviously harder than others. Obviously, the hard positions this year, I think, were wide receiver, linebacker, and really that was it. As far as in the tight end position was a little more tough than that. That those were the only kind of battles going on, and then we had some injuries that kind of thrust some other guys into that, I guess, the spotlight, and kind of gave them a shot to really dig in and make the team. And I think some guys did well, some guys did not. So starting with the defense, I mean, Rad, you could put those up. So the defensive line, I think was there was really nothing tough there, really, as far as the D line. I think those guys were kind of cemented in. We didn't really, the only question mark was Javon Solomon going to have a good camp and kind of continue on with his record season in college, and he has looked the part. And as far as depth goes, I think that's one of our positions where we do have the most depth. So I'm definitely excited to see what that young group can do. And then obviously the guys that are the starters, I think they're going to do well. The linebacker. So we had obviously the injury to Matt Milano kind of gave other guys a shot, right? You got the Pittsburgh game, they sat Terrell Bernard, and then Matt Milano didn't play, so that kind of gave a real good look at Dorian Williams and Joe Andreessen. And then Balin Spector, I think he's going to start off a little bit, may not be on there. That might be a different one. That might be the guy we drafted in Edelifu. So with that was kind of the hardest group there. But I think what you see there is what we got.
You think Andreessen is going to make the team?
I do think he's going to make the team, only simply due to the fact that he's getting so much buzz that if we put him on the practice squad, that he's going to get taken. You know what I mean? I think he's good enough. I think between him and Spector, it was kind of those guys making the team. I think Spector is going to make it over at Alifu just because of him being on the team. They do like him because he's a vet. But in a special teams factor, Balin Spector kind of helps out. But Andreessen, I think the second he goes on the practice squad in New England, they're going to grab him. They've already, they talked about how they wanted to draft him, and other teams were looking at him in the draft. So I don't think he'll last in the practice squad, especially with the buzz he got. So that was one that he kind of made the team almost because we didn't want to lose him.
So put that back up, Rat, if you can. The defense. So with the safety and the cornerback position, Matt, you didn't talk about that. Can you go into that just a little bit?
Yeah, so I mean, with the safety and the quarterback, obviously Cole Bishop has been hurt. We signed Mike Edwards as kind of a veteran guy. He got hurt as well. Taylor Rapp, he's been the glue of that group. And then DeMar Hamlin, I think he's had a pretty good camp. You did hear a little bit about him. He was running a lot with the ones. Cole Bishop,
that's insane. That's literally insane.
Yep, Cole Bishop was getting a little bit of burn, but also on the other side of that though, they did show some Cam Lewis and Ingram at safety too. So I think those guys may, they are they're technically nickel guys. I think that they can also make the transition into safety as well and kind of be that number two. I don't know if he's necessarily going to start or if they don't change that up, but I think just positionally wise, that's why I had it how I had it. But I think Taylor Rapp is obviously the cement there, and then Cole Bishop will probably rise to the ranks into taking that second spot.
Go on. What's your thoughts on DeMar Hamlin, Preach and Matt? What's your thoughts on DeMar Hamlin potentially being a starting position or just getting a lot of reps? This is his first year fully back from his situation. He's fully back. He said he feel like he can play without, without all the demons in his mind. He can fully play out, and he's been playing with the one. So, what's your thoughts?
I'll say this: prior to the situation, DeMar Hamlin was bad. So, I mean, if
he was playing though,
he was bad playing.
He was back up because Hyde was hurt.
Yeah, he was a bad player. And what I mean by that is, like, if he's telling me that he's back to where he was at, that's not good. It's like nobody wanted DeMar Hamlin to play. That's a fact. Like nobody when DeMar prior to the situation, nobody wanted DeMar Hamlin to play. It's a legitimate fact. I'm not making that up. And now he's telling us he's back to that. Well, I didn't want you to play then. I definitely don't want you to play now. I'm just being honest. Like I'm not going to shoot him any bail. You know what I mean? I'm just not. He's a bad safety. DeMar Hamlin is a below average safety in the NFL. That's a fact. That's not like that's legitimate facts.
As
Does
a
anybody
starter,
disagree with that?
As a starter, I want to be. I'm not.
He below average.
I'm not. Excited as him being a starter, right? Because I don't know what DeMar Hamlin does well, right?
Nothing.
I don't know if he's a fast guy. I don't know if he tackles great. He's not a ball hawk
Yes,
per
you
se.
do.
You
like he doesn't.
He puts. You know what I'm saying? He get dirty. He'll go in for a tackle, right?
Oh my god, yo, getting dirty is crazy.
He'll go in for a tackle, but as a cover corner, right here, shout out to Nick. Nick said that he think Hyde will be back before week 8. I mean, that's what's casting. I mean, hopefully, we'll see. I'm with it too. We'll see. But I mean, Hyde, Hamlin, a retired Hyde who don't want to play, or Hamlin who's healthy. Either way, you're not excited about that position. You know what I'm saying? Justin Simmons just got signed. We could have signed him for $5 million, $8 million. You know what I'm saying?
See, and that's why when y'all be saying that when Bean we trust, and I love Bean,
we ain't had
go to
we want the money,
like,
bro. We want the money.
I figure it out. Everybody else figures out a way to get money but us. Like, figure it out. Restructure everybody deal. Like, I don't care what you do. You know what I'm saying? Restructure Deion Dawkins deal. What is he doing? You know what I'm saying? But anyways,
he got the AAA commercial. You see it?
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, shout out to him. But no, in all honesty, I would take Hyde because the defense that we run, like it is contingent upon us having competent safeties. I don't think DeMar Hamlin is competent.
Interchangeable.
Yeah,
I think having interchangeable safeties is key.
You think DeMar Hamlin is competent? Like honestly.
I don't think he should be the starter. Not that I don't think he's competent. I don't. If we're gonna put the best product out there, I don't think he should be in that equation.
So you won't wrap him. But if Bishop is healthy, you think he got the nod on him?
Yeah,
I think even being young, I'd throw him out there. And
absolutely.
like I'm with Nick in the comments. I was thinking he'd be back, after Labor Day. I think he would spend the summer in San Diego and come back to the team. I don't even think it's going to take to week 8 for us to bring him back. To be honest with you, with the injuries that we got and just what we have, you know what I'm saying. I think it's an immediate step above. And again, I mentioned the Cam Lewis or the Jamarcus Ingrams. Those guys could probably step in, and I think they'd do a better job too. So it is what it is.
All right.
Yeah, it remains to be seen. We're about to go to the offense. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Definitely appreciate y'all.
Definitely.
But so let's do this. Let's go to the offense. Matt, put your offense predictions because I know Jaheim said, "Do we keep Gore Jr.?" And we're about to find out right now. Put it up.
Yeah. So Jaheim, just from a standpoint of, I guess, got guys that were there, and Ray Davis did show some flashes. We did spend some draft capital on him. I think Frank doesn't make the team, but I think he's a practice squad guy, and with him it is rolling the dice, I think, as well, because I just read a stat today that he was the highest rated rookie running back in all of preseason. PFF dropped that stat today, so. Whatever they're looking at, I'm sure they got some algorithm with some NFL scouts. So I think he could end up getting scooped up. But like I said before, little boring. The QB, obviously I have 3 QBs there because I think Mitch T is going to start off on the IR. So I think that just kind of puts in Ben DiNucci by default, or they could just sign a quarterback off the street just to back up Josh until Mitch is back. But I do think that Mitch is our guy. Going forward, I haven't seen anything out of anybody else. They already released Anthony Brown, so that mystery is already done. And so it's really just going to be dependent on if Mitch is on IR to start it out. Now the other position group that I thought was a little dramatic, the tight end room, right? So you had Zach Davis definitely had a great camp, had a lot of buzz coming out of camp, but so did Quentin Morris, and Quentin Morris. He's a staple guy. He's a guy who's already cemented on special teams. So I think he gets the nod over Zach Davis. And and Zach Davis is another guy who's going to be on the practice squad. And, if we see an injury or something like that, he'll get elevated right away to that tight end spot. The other one was the wide receiver room, man. There's wasn't too much mystery there. Obviously, I think the top four in Khalil Shakir, Curtis Samuel, Coleman, and Matt Collins, those guys were locks. And then the other guys, the Shavers, I know I talked a lot about him all camp. When I went to practice, and then when I seen him, he just, he looked like he had a little more energy. He looked the part out there. He was making tough catches in practice, contested catches.
I'm gonna let you finish, bro. But reading them names, bro,
We're
I
terrible.
don't know, bro.
We're terrible. Hey, yo, we gotta be honest.
Khalil Shakir, Curtis
listen.
Samuel, Keon Coleman, Matt Collins, God.
Like,
You
what are
talk
we
about
doing?
Shavers, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
KJ Hamler, shorter is terrible. He's just big. And
Yeah,
MVS,
that's why I put
God.
practice squad. And then Scantling, I mean, I don't see it on tape. I don't know what Bean and everybody else sees. I think he should be cut, but I think he's going to start on IR. They did mention he was week to week. I don't want him to make it because he cannot catch the ball, and that's the number one job for a wide receiver. He doesn't seem to ever come down with the ball, especially being wide open or whatever. So that's why I kind of have him starting on IR. And then KJ Hamler, I think he got the nod.
Returner.
Yep, he got him in the return game. He with Curtis Samuel dealing with turf toe, he might get some reps out there. And then I just think Shavers, obviously he's going to be option number 5.
Oh, God. Okay, Matt.
Or some special teams help. But yeah, obviously we're rolling with the top 4 there.
Terrible, not terrible. Shout out to Keon. Hopefully Keon comes to something. You know what I mean? We'll see.
What are we doing? Matt, can you take this down, please? I don't want to talk about that line. We got to be honest. Let's pros and cons. Let's just be honest as Bills fans. That's a wild list. Like
I don't think Jaheim. I don't think it's hating on the picks. It was even me putting those guys on the list. It's just what I was dealing with off the depth chart. You know what I'm saying? It was a tough addition, but I see it's what we got. It's the best of what we got. But I do think with that team, we got Josh Allen, and it's going to be a good unit we're going to put out there.
I'm not hating on Matt picks. I'm hating that Matt even had to pick them. Like, the fact that Shavers, like, what are we doing? Like, Shavers is a legit practice squad lifer. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not supposed to be on an NFL roster, or at least a Super Bowl contending NFL team roster. Like, what are we?
Okay.
All right.
In the group chat, Mike came out. I'm kind of mad Mike's not here. Mike came out. Who's this? This big Sammy Watkins looking dude, right? That was Shavers. So I think he's got a little potential, man. He's got a little potential.
Shout out to Jahima. He talked about Frank Gore. I mean, he looked good in the preseason, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't think you keep him for that. I think Ray Davis is a better version of him. He's a better version of him. And Ty Johnson. He is. And Ty Johnson can play on special teams. And Frank Gore is a pure running back. And we don't need a pure running back right now. I think so. I would like to keep him, but I'm not pressed for him. I think the 3 in front of him are better. And Ty Johnson can play special teams, and Frank Gore can't. So I think that it's a wrap for him. I don't think we keep him 4 running backs. But I mean, who knows? But I don't think that. I think 3 is fine. Practice squad is fine. And if we need somebody, we just go pick up another guy. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Yeah, and I think the 4 running backs, obviously, it's the Reggie Gilliam kind of gets thrown in the running back group by default. He's done.
Frank Gore is good, but he's not good enough to supplant any of the guys in front of him.
No.
To me.
I think Frank Gore Jr. is better than every running back we got, but that's neither here nor there. The running back room, it is what it is. I think that Matt, as far as cons, our offensive line is terrible. I think that even looking at those names, it's like I don't even see potential to getting better, and that's a Brandon Bean problem. That's awful. So in my opinion, I'm just saying that's my opinion. I think Brandon Beane did an awful job with our line. You want to cut Frank Gore Jr., but you want to
Hey, all nepotism
Like,
ain't good, bro.
That's
Hey,
what they do, though.
But
But and the crazy thing is Frank Gore Jr. is actually good. Bronny James is not even a caliber player.
he's not gooder. He's not gooder. He's not better than anybody in front of him.
But the problem is that Frank Gore is not LeBron James. But that's another conversation for the other day.
He not.
Yes, man.
With the O line though, I mean, obviously
terrible, right?
it's a seeing that list. It's a hope that we don't have to run into the depth scenario. And I did mention last week if there was you asked is there a move, maybe Brandon Beane should try to make before the season. And obviously, I said the tackle position, and I think we want a wide receiver as well. So I think those two positions will be addressed throughout the season, whether picking up, a vet that's hanging out on the couch. Maybe Jason Kelsey will brush it off and come out of retirement or something. I don't know.
I do that.
It is what that remains to be seen. But definitely we gotta get some depth on that unit if we need to. But I think the starting five will be okay for now.
Maybe we get Devontae Adams in the middle of the season, man. He might be on the trade block.
Possible.
I mean, our just to be quite frank, our wide receivers are disgusting. It's just they're not. But no, it's a fact. So like our receivers are disgusting. Like they're bad. Like the fact that we're even putting question marks around Curtis Samuel is not a question mark. He's a thumbs down. Like it's just like he's not good. Like what are we talking about? Like I don't think we got a 1,000-yard guy. I don't think we got a 1,000-yard guy in there.
I will say I'm usually the optimist, but that this group doesn't give me like the warm and fuzzy at all.
Bottom five.
The crazy part is I still don't think that they're bottom five. I still don't think they're bottom five, but I am not in love with this group. I'm not in love with anybody in this group.
Like Tyquan Thornton or like a scrub, bro. We're bad. Like we legit have bad players on our team. I'm just being honest. And I know we don't have listen. We do not have to believe in anything. We could just be honest. Should we put Knox on it? I don't think we should put Knox on it. Knox is our third best receiver. Why would we do that? Why would we do that? He's literally our third best receiver. Like Dawson Knox is better than Curtis Samuel. That's a fact. Legitimate fact.
I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can go.
What can Curtis Samuel do? Like,
I mean, Kincaid already is probably one of the best tight ends we've had in 10 years. Who are you comparing him to?
Dawson Knox is top 15 tight end in the league.
I'm just saying Kincaid is going to be good. I think we don't have like as Mike said, we don't got Stevie Johnson out there, Stevie Johnson, Lee Evans. We'll see. I mean, maybe if Keon Coleman not as good as either one of them, that's a failed draft pick. And I think Kincaid is better than any tight end we ever had. And who was the one guy we traded for that was terrible?
Charles Clay.
We
didn't trade for him, but I think we picked him up for free.
We picked him. Oh, Charles Clay. We thought that boy was about to be nice.
He's the only reason we got that Josh Allen has a loss to Miami.
Garbage.
Terrible. Wide open
Charles Clay is terrible. So we try to compete with Charles Clays of the world. We should be fine. Kincaid should be better than that.
Listen, I'm just being honest, and nobody wants to be honest about this. Our wide receivers suck. Like, we keep talking about Keon Coleman. God bless Keon Coleman, right? God bless him. But at the end of the day, rookie wide receivers historically do not do anything. That's a fact. Even first-round draft picks.
Last couple years, though, that
you're literally about to tell me
years, that's not true.
No, it is.
You're only
going to name
three players.
We're talking about here. You're only going to name them. Name them. And I just want to slap you.
I can name
who?
Name them.
Name the wide receivers that have done well.
Start naming them, and then we're going to compare them to Keon Coleman.
Oh, okay, he wasn't a first round pick for one. He wasn't a first round.
Number one. That's another blemish. Okay. So
but I can name a lot of them, but I'm not saying he's dumb.
Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. Like, are you going to name the best players
Lamb,
of all time?
Keep going.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, okay. So let's just name the best wide receivers in football. Like, what are we talking about?
But you got some high-end second-round draft picks,
or even late first round.
In the league,
he's not going to be. I'm not saying he's going to be.
So he's going to be the best player in the league.
I'm just combating your statement. Your statement was wrong.
I'm saying historically. No, my statement is a fact. Historically, rookie receivers do not do anything. Historically, that's a fact. That means over the long tenure of the NFL.
Yeah, but it's a new NFL. It's a new NFL.
No, you say it's a new NFL. You're literally naming three good players. And
I named more than three players.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Puka. Shout out Jamar Chase. Shout out Justin
Tank Dell.
Oh my God.
Tank
Okay,
Dell,
move
Jordan
on.
Addison.
Let's
Those guys have all have pretty.
Jordan
pretty
Addison
on.
had. Okay, all right, cool.
What? We can name. We can go. We can do
Yeah,
it.
there's a couple guys that are in there that Keon Coleman could definitely be that type of receiver and have a successful year.
We can do it, bro. I'm not saying he will.
okay.
But I'm just
Got me.
combating your statement. Your statement is a little falsy.
It's not falsy. It's I said historically. I can't be
Okay.
false.
All right.
Like I
We're
can't be false.
talking
I got
about
the numbers
history.
on my
We're
side.
talking about some history, some recent history, but
my
it's
point
still
is,
history.
I have the numbers on my side. Like historically,
All right.
they don't pan out. That's just a
All right.
legitimate fact.
They
Just
don't-
facts.
All right. We'll see.
I mean, that's first of all, that's just like the draft in general. Like, I mean, I have numbers on my side. Y'all have conjecture, just saying things. But irregardless, the point is our wide receiver room sucks. That's a fact. We cannot. Nobody's debating that anymore. Our offensive line is lackluster. Not even at best. They're just bad. Like we have bad players.
You got bad players at some spots.
Yeah,
not overall.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't think it's an overall bad line though. I don't think
we have bad. Okay, we got bad players at some spots.
We got two or three bad.
That's what that means.
We got two bad spots. But
all I'm saying is in the last 5 years, this has been probably one of the worst talented teams that, as far as talent wise, that I've seen in a long time.
I'm not gonna say that.
I guess on paper, I will back that to a point on paper. Yes.
But you think this wide receiver room is straight up worse than the John Brown, Cole Beasley?
John Brown is better than every receiver we have on our team right now.
I can't.
Yes. He's a 1,200-yard receiver, multiple years. What are you talking about? Yes. Yeah, John Brown is better than every receiver we have on our team. Yes, it's a fact.
I think Shakir can be as good as
John Brown is better than Khalil Shakir as it stands right now.
Okay, I look at Shakir as a Robert Woods.
Well, God bless you. Well, you're the only one that does that. Until we see,
I'm with you.
I've been calling Shakir out since his rookie year.
Yo, stop. like stop, because like we're just saying stuff. Like, yes, I want Shakir to be great. I think we all want everybody to be great. Our talent is garbage, y'all. Let's call a spade a spade. Not just me, but Vegas agrees. Generally, Vegas is right. That's just a fact.
What do you mean? What did they agree about? What did they agree about?
What place are we, Matt?
We're top 7, still top 7 in Super Bowl betting. We weren't picked to win our division last year. We were actually picked 3rd, so that's not too surprising. I will say this though. I guess
we got the best quarterback in the league allegedly.
That's what I mean. So we got the best. We got a chance. Josh Allen has a chance to really go out there and have a no doubt MVP season if he pulls this group on paper. And he comes out and has a year like last year, we win the division. I think he's a no-brainer MVP.
Let me say this. It stands to reason. If we have the top 2, top 3 quarterback in the league, when that happens in any other team, in any other scenario, they're automatic top 4 team. Automatic.
Not necessarily. The Chiefs were in the same boat as us last year. They lost everybody. All they had was Kelsey. Rasheed Rice was a question mark. They were in the same boat until they started winning.
Matt, the Chiefs was
not in Super Bowl. No, not in Super Bowl. No, they weren't. It was us, the Ravens. No, it wasn't. It was us, the Ravens, and Philly in the top 3, 100%.
Okay, they were in the top 4.
They weren't. They were in the same boat. They were like in the 5 to 7 range, in the same boat. Everybody, they're done. Their decline is about to happen.
That's silliness. That's just Chiefs fatigue. That's just what they do. That's just bad.
No, the Chiefs were.
If you look at their roster,
and they were playing bad. They had a bad season last year, like far as regular season.
Yeah,
it was like heckle and jive.
I don't like these conversations because we just say anything. Oh, but Nick said I'll take Brown and Beasley. That's a fact. Like Beasley is better than every receiver we have on our team. That's just a fact.
He out there. Go get him.
We're terrible. Our receiver core is awful. And
to be seen.
I think the tight end position is weighing, like, because our tight ends historically has been terrible. We have bad tight ends. I think Knox and Kincaid is weighing the overall pass catching room is better than we think because we're not weighing in Knox and Kincaid part. Kincaid is a first round tight end. first round grade tight end, and we projected him to be great things, of being a top 5 tight end moving forward. And we're not talking about that because we talk about the receivers, which I understand. But we have a good tight end that we projected for, and being first round picks typically pan out. All being first round picks typically fan out. Kyer, even Elam, who's playing better, we'll see. But I like Kincaid. Kincaid is good.
Yeah, okay. God bless Kincaid. But other teams got good tight ends now. That's not even a thing anymore. Everybody can have a good tight end. Like, you know what I'm saying? Kyle Pitts had a 1,000-yard season. Whoop-de-doo. Like, boys be having good tight ends now. Brock Bowers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Trey McBride. Like, it's Matt.
Any of those guys got Josh Allen thrown on the ball?
Yo, stop saying Josh Allen. Like, stop saying that. We had Sherfield. Sherfield was garbage. Sherfield was garbage. He had Josh Allen. He is.
I think every receiver in our room is better than Sherfield.
Mad players who have Josh Allen. That's garbage.
You're not making sense.
Like, stop doing that.
It's Kincaid garbage.
Allen. What does that mean?
It's Kincaid garbage.
You garbage.
It's Kincaid garbage.
No.
Okay, so what are you talking about?
What I'm saying is he's like the 7th best tight end. Like, that's facts. But anyways, I'm just saying, like, you just saying like he's just like he's Travis Kelce.
A 7th best tight. If we had the 7th best receiver, you would be hood to be do now. We got the 7th best tight end. That's a good thing.
Irrelevant, bro.
What are you talking about?
And maybe even not that.
All right, bro.
Kiddo. You know what I'm saying? It's mad, man. God, like y'all just be talking, bro. But listen, that's fine. I need a one-word answer. Because we're getting ready to get off the show. I need a one-word answer from everybody. Just one word. I need a one-word answer. Rad, is this a Super Bowl caliber roster?
No.
Okay. Matt, is this a Super Bowl caliber roster?
Yes, but I need more than one word.
You cannot have one word. So that's the whole point of the.
I have to be able to explain myself.
You cannot. No, it's one word for that reason. So you can sound as insane as you want to sound.
If we win a Super Bowl, it'll be shocking.
I'll die on that hill. Yes.
I don't think we win a Super Bowl.
It's for me. It's a no, and it's a family show. And I want to say another word, but I'm not going to say it. But shout out to the team. Let me do this real quickly. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to ask that question next. Next show. I want to ask that question next show. So we're going to get off right now. But let me give you a show forecast. Let me do this real quickly. We're going to do our game preview. A game is coming up next week. Not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. So next week, Monday, we're going to do our game preview. We're going to do our score predictions. We're going to have all that. We're going to ask some questions about our staff, about our coaching. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to get into it all. Our stadium, this new stadium, that's an eyesore. We're going to get into a lot of things, everybody. So please be on that show. That's going to be an action-packed show. We're going to try to have everybody on the show. Everybody going to be doing their fantasy. I know I got some fantasy joints going up, man. It's going to be crazy.
Is we bringing somebody on the show? Is this the show we bring somebody on?
Yes, we're going to bring somebody on. We're not going to release who special guest is. Yes, DM us, but you got to like and share. We're going to look at we're looking at your shows, seeing if you support the pod. If you not support the pod, you ain't coming on. I'm just being honest on that. So we appreciate everybody. Shout out to everybody. Please like, share, rate, and review OverdueBillsPod.com. And I got a submission for a song for the Overdue Bills, an intro song. Shout out to my brother, Ili Ali. He sent some songs. I got to send it to the guys. I do want to premiere it next show. It's an Overdue Bills centric song, right? Like we lit. So we definitely lit. So we gonna put that out there next show. To just we move into a higher heights, y'all. Like I told y'all this. You know what I mean? Get with us now, man. Get with us now. We about to blow up. And so shout out to all y'all in the comments. Appreciate y'all. Y'all got anything else on the show?
Nah, man. Thanks for the support. DM us to get on the show. We looking for the guests. We have you on next week. Let's get it.
And if we have any sponsors, man, hit us in the DMs, man. We got people we talking to right now. But if you need something to be sponsored on this show, please do that.
And y'all know how is back next week. Contest is back. Our
absolutely.
Score prediction contest.
Let's get it.
Absolutely. So y'all know how we end every show with a little bit of that. Hey.
Only Buffalo is going to win it, folks. Kick your heels up and shout.
Let's see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated.